I know words. I have the best words.
This is All the Best Words with Matt Murphy and Cameron Smith.
I would swipe cigarettes from her, but when we would go, my grandfather and I would go every Saturday to work at Mr. Junebug Hudson's shop.
Mm-hmm.
Junebug was a logger. He would go out and he was a logger. And my granddad was his head mechanic. He would fix the skidders and the log cutters and the loaders and all of the trucks that hauled the logs. And so every Saturday I worked for Mr. Junebug, not for Pa. During the week, during the summer, Monday through Friday, I made $20 a week with Pa. On Saturday, I made $20 for Mr. Junebug.
Wow.
I know. So it was a big deal. But I was Mr. Junebug's. So a lot of time, Mr. Junebug would go, just help your grandpa. That was, half the time. But sometimes I got to clean the skidders and I got to do other things. And a lot of that involved letting me drive Mr. Junebug's old shop truck. It was an old Ford F-150. And he had in the center console of that shop truck a case of Levi Garrett.
Yeah.
And I remember I had tried dip and I hated it. And I dabbled in smoking. Don't do any of this, kids. And one day I remember I just tried Levi Garrett because I watched Mr. Junebug do it all the time. And that's how I got hooked for about 2 years.
Well, these days kids are pretty hard and they're hooked on things like Tutti Frutti Sparkle Vape. Kind of like Levi Garrett, but different.
Man. That stuff, though, you get a stern... I mean, do you learn life lessons with Levi Garrett? Mm-hmm. You learn why they spit and don't swallow.
You do, man. You only
just
make that mistake
one time. What's going on, friends? It's a fun-filled sunglasses-wearing edition of All the Best Words. Thank you for being here. Whatever platform you're listening or watching on, we appreciate you. Give us the thumbs up. Watch some past episodes. We like to have a good time.
Yeah.
We
you
bring
look
some
like
words.
the Unabomber right now.
You know what? It is what it is. I'm feeling it, and so I'm just going to stick with it.
I love it.
Well, I'm going to go spelunking a little bit later on with my word, so I figured I might want to look the part. I don't know. Is this what a spelunker looks like?
Pretty sure no, but okay.
I mean, you're the one that goes. You go spelunking.
If you wear sunglasses in a cave, you're pretty hardcore.
Yeah. You wear people. The biggest comment that I get on All the Best Words since we've been doing this is, you get a lot of thumbs ups and attaboys and hey, I like the podcast, but the question that I get more than any other is, why does Cameron wear sunglasses?
And it is because this is the time I'll answer it. I don't want to burn my retinas on the lights in here.
It's much brighter in here than y'all.
If you're watching this right now, I look like I'm glowing like the surface of the sun because I'm wearing a white T-shirt.
You look like Gabriel.
Yeah, I do.
Coming down from heaven.
Yes, and you look like the devil.
Right.
Like coming with a van for your kids.
Gabriel.
Yes.
They're coming to me. I got the candy. All right, you want me to go first?
Go for it, Big.
My word today is, and you'll see it somewhere. I don't know where you'll see it, but Mason's good about putting it around. My word is tunnel. Tunnel. So we broadcast in Nashville, Tennessee. My radio show's in Nashville. Your home base is just outside of Nashville, and you write for the Tennessee, and you write all over the country.
Yeah.
So we deal with a lot of local politics around here. And we got information as we sit here and record this. It has not been officially announced, but the information is solid enough that Elon Musk's company called The Boring Company, which
it's a great name.
It's such a brilliant name for it. That's what they do. They build tunnels. They are planning, if all of our information's correct, a relationship with the state that would give them access to state rights of way, and they've also gained access to some private rights of way. And I'm assuming those are just partnerships with the private landowners, where they are planning on building a tunnel from B&A Airport to downtown Nashville, which is somewhere in the neighborhood of 8 to 10 miles of tunnel. That will serve as a thoroughfare between the airport and downtown. So all of the people that come into town for conventions, all of the people that come into town as tourists, all of the people that are using Uber and Lyft or cab services to get to and from the airport from downtown can now use this private tunnel. So some of the big upside, according to my sources, this will cost exactly 0 tax dollars. The Boring Company wants no tax money. Their interest is more in proof of concept right now, and they're willing. I don't know if this will happen in all of the places they go. They've done this in Las Vegas. For those who don't know, you can look it up. It's about a 2-mile stretch, and they also have another 1.5-mile loop that they've also done. But this would be a much larger piece. The idea is that the Tesla electric vehicle would run, that human beings would drive the Teslas. Eventually, it would become fully autonomous. So you would have a self-driving Tesla taking you back and forth. Fine. And it would cost you, a certain amount of money, similar to what an Uber ride would cost you, except you have the convenience of a more controlled environment, less traffic, and a faster ride to and from. Plus the cool factor of you're in like a futuristic freaking tunnel. I'm curious your thought. I guess in some ways I'm a cynic in a lot of ways on my radio show, and I will slam down on an idea as quick as the next guy. But this one has got me. I feel 13 years old. I think it's cool. I think it's futuristic. It's costing the taxpayers nothing. And the idea that Nashville will be one of the first cities worldwide to have this new type of transit, I'm very excited.
Yeah. I'm generally let's do it. When the free market wants to do something, my answer is just yes. Like, do it. If you're not hurting other people, if you're not using government to do the thing you want, that's where I kind of like bristle a little bit on some like infrastructure projects is when it's, well, I just want to take this from you. But as long as the deals and everything like that are above board and they're working with private landowners and folks like that to make sure that all the rights are compensated, go for it. Do it. And I also can't believe that Elon Musk is the only guy that can do cool stuff now. Like, we need to do more cool stuff. Build, make, let's get a little wild. I prefer that. Tennessee is actually a great place to do it. There's a handful of states. Florida's more like this, like the permissionless innovation type thing of just do it. And if we can do it, then we have cool stuff. We innovate and we grow. If it's we wait for permission, we wait for all the bureaucrats to say yes, nothing ever happens.
Well, the old school barons used to do this for all of the negative that they get in modern society. They used to do these types of things. The innovators and the inventors, the Fords, the Edisons, they would do it the same thing. And for a minute, the United States got involved in it, particularly when it came to space. Our trip to the moon has never been about the good of all of that, has never necessarily been about the handful of people that went to the moon.
Right.
It's been about the technological advances that necessarily had to be made in order to get us to the moon.
Yep.
And so what I love about this, Elon Musk sees a specific thing that he wants to do. I want to go into space as a private company. I want to create an electric vehicle that people actually buy. I want to create a system of payment that will function in society in lieu of cash or debit cards. Whatever it might be, he sees that obviously as a goal, but on the way, on the journey, so many different innovations happen.
Yep.
And that's what excites me about this. And sadly, according to what I have heard, the city of Nashville has chosen not to work with the Boring Company so far because of Elon Musk's ownership of the company. Hopefully, the city of Nashville will come around. Right now, they had to work strictly with the state along a state route. But it's my understanding they want to create a couple of more spurs in the city of Nashville. I'm very excited about this. I think it could mean a lot to this city, especially considering that tourism dollars have been drying up the last couple of years. Stagnant or less money is coming in, and we need to keep that money coming in to keep our taxes low.
Yeah. Well, my word is actually sort of related here. My word is slop. And you think, well, technological innovation, the Boring Company, all of these things, and Cameron's where it's related, it's slop. It's actually AI slop. And speaking of innovation, I mean, the leaps and bounds in productivity that the advent of generative AI has brought to the market right now is massive. It's so cool. What I've seen over the last 3 to 6 months has been everybody and their brother is trying to capitalize on the prior economic models with the new technology. And so what you're getting is AI slop. So all of you who are doom scrolling, who are looking, you'll have noticed, wait a minute, there's some just weird stuff here. And what's happening is this generative AI is training on all kinds of weird stuff and putting forth like historical tidbits that aren't, they're fabricated.
Yeah, they're not real.
They're completely made up. And this is how I actually know with my boys, they'll say, "Hey, Dad, I heard today," and I'm like, "Okay, so you read a thing on the internet," and I'm like, that's not real, right? Like that's AI slop, and that thing that's happening, I think, is going to change the world because people get tired. The interesting thing about doom scrolling is the algorithm feeds you content that's interesting to you. When the algorithm starts feeding you like weird, goofy stuff, and then you start being able to see, this isn't it.
I mean, I've noticed this. I like the phraseology AI slop. I like that a lot because I've noticed it, and especially in the last 3-4 months.
Yes.
Where you get these obviously fake. The one that popped up several times on my algorithm, and I blocked this channel. For some reason, it was Pete Hegseth. Like Pete Hegseth saved a child from drowning, and it's like photos of Pete Hegseth.
Right.
Or, but they just pick your celebrity. They do this with celebrities out of Hollywood. That George Clooney found a dog and he raised the dog, and it turned out the dog was, and it's obviously, I mean, at least obvious to me. You look at the photos and like, okay, this is AI generated, and then you look at the storyline, and you can kind of, as someone who's a little bit more discerning in what I believe and what I don't believe, you're like, well, this is clearly not true. I would have heard about this,
Right.
if this had happened. If George Clooney had climbed a mountain to save a dog, I think we would have heard about that by now, but we haven't. What's fascinating is you read the comments, the amount of people that buy it,
Yeah.
the amount of people that believe it. And then I think, what keyed me in, one, is I'm in touch with the news and I haven't heard about this, but two, I can kind of tell that the photos are fake right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, pretty soon
You won't be able to tell.
you won't be able to tell. Another one that I've noticed, the AI slop, is the birthdays. Have you gotten the birthdays in your algorithm yet? I've kind of eliminated them. Where, Michael Douglas is having a birthday, or pick your actor, pick your famous person, and it's them standing there with a cake. And like some of the people have been dead for like 5 or 10 years,
Right.
and they're still standing there with a cake with their birth. And this is all AI generated, but I mean, it's more and more. It's populating our timelines, and what fascinates me more than it happening are the number of people that are willing to just, oh, wow, that's awesome.
I think it's going to start to fall apart because one of the ones that I realized is that there was I was getting these historical facts, and then I'm like, Uhtred, where have I heard this name before? And that's there's historical figures named that, but it was a Netflix series, and so the AI had like pulled in some stuff from a Netflix series and basically been like, this is historical fact, and I just looked it up and I'm like, no, that's not true. That didn't happen. And what I think is going to happen is people are like, well, if I can't I'm going to embarrass myself in conversation if I say, hey, did you know? And they're like, no, that's are you insane?
Well, and AI is smart enough to be a useful tool right now, but we've also seen where AI gets things wrong.
Yes.
Right? So eventually I feel like there's going to be a battle between what we would call good AI and bad AI on the internet. So if I read something that's just believable enough and I'm not quite sure, then I have to rely on the very platform that just brought this to me to tell me whether it's true or not.
Yes, and to screen it out. And so I think ultimately, I mean, this is what's innovative and interesting to me, is we're all going to have our own AIs at some point that do this work for us, that are screening the internet for all the weird AI slop and other stuff and saying, here's actual news. here's actual content. And so what's really hilarious is that we are now in a period where, like you talked about with the Boring Company, we want to support innovation, but some of this innovation, the market's going to have to sort out for itself, because do you really feel like the United States Senate, for example, that some of them still believe the internet is a series of tubes, is going to figure out how to appropriately regulate this stuff? Yeah, right.
Good movie. Yeah. That's going to wrap it up for us. You have fun?
I did.
I had fun too. Join us next time. Like, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a neighbor about all the best words. We'll see you.